Two grown men have never seen The Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
We can start off with the fact that I just took a shit. You're very generous. Let me shit in your home. Went very well.
Is that generosity? Yeah. I feel like that's a
There
given.
are people. I have friends that are like, it's like, brother, I don't want to shit here. If I am asking to shit, it's because I need to.
Like,
this isn't a luxury dump.
Wait, has someone told you no, you can't shit in
Or
my
I've had like
home?
people bitch. Like, yep. Oh, that's definitely like people that like aren't generally bad people. Like, man, can't you just shit at home? Like, I would if I could. You know, I didn't come here to shit.
Hang on. So you have shat in someone's home and then caught guff about it?
Yeah, like, and it's not like they were furious, but you could tell they're like pissy about it. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Fuck
like,
you. How about that? It's a toilet.
or comics that'll be like, yeah, man, like you should just go shit in the lobby. It's like, that's fucking 5 floors down, man. This is my hotel room too, brother. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take a shit while you're showering or brushing your teeth.
That'd be a power move if you did.
Like, fucking man, like, but I'm shitting right now. Plan accordingly. Like,
Right.
people shit. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Like,
The idea of someone getting bent out of shape if you shit in their home is baffling to me.
you gotta. They didn't grow up around cow shit.
They weren't raised right.
Yeah, like, not that I was around cow shit enough, but like at least once a week as a child, I smelt something awful. you get a little desensitized to it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, thank you for letting me shit in your home is not something I've ever thought, I guess.
Really, a little peek behind the curtain here, a peek no one wants. And
here we go.
Really had to do a real tight cleanup job because I am not wearing any underpants.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I packed in haste and I realized I did not bring enough underwear. And I'll far rather fucking go commando than fucking wear underwear a second day. So I've been told by some people that they would do the second day of underwear.
Oh, yeah. I would wear, if those are my choices, go commando or wear yesterday's underwear. I'm wearing yesterday's underwear. Totally.
The funny thing is, if I was just being total dirtbag drunk at a music festival, it's not like I would take my dirty underwear off and freeball it the next day, you know? But if I get up and shower, as I did, I just can't put those underwear back on.
That sucks, but I would rather do it than go free balling.
None of these are good options.
Right, yeah, they're both bad
boil these shorts.
Here's the real answer: pack properly. Pack the proper amount of undies. How are you fucking up that math?
I can picture what I was doing, like how it happened. It's boring.
Walk me through it.
Just like fucking, I had done laundry while I was putting clothes away and loading a bag, and I just fucking was like, okay, here we go. Here's one pair of underwear. Fold them up, put them in the bag. Like, oh, okay. And then fucking, I'll put these away here. Thinking I had like another pair left. Didn't. Fucking folded up the rest of my clothes and fucking.
Huh.
No.
Here's how I pack, and maybe I'm out of my fucking mind, for all I know. But like, throw the empty duffel bag on the bed. Okay, I'm gonna be gone Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah.
I grab 3 pairs of underwear out of the dresser, and I say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Please tell me you say it out loud.
Yeah. Probably.
Wednesday.
And then socks. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then
boop, boop, boop.
shirts. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like,
you put the socks on your hands.
So I have a pile for every day. Here's all of Wednesday's clothes. Here's all of Thursdays. Here's all of Fridays.
Oh, that's an interesting way of doing it. But you know me, I recycle shirts far too much. So,
oh, sure.
The old poor comedy shirts, they take a licking, boy.
You won't recycle underwear, but you'll recycle a shirt.
Isn't it weird? I will wear a shirt 4 days in a row.
Oh, that's way worse.
Especially a dress shirt. Dress shirts don't... I don't know. Well, one thing for me...
Don't what? I want to hear your scientific
They don't feel
explanation.
sick. Like something about wet cotton that has been sweated in is gross. But something about like a polyester doesn't feel as bad putting it on the next day. And one thing too, I don't pit sweat like a lot of people do. My sweat is all forearm, face, and nuts. It's like...
As somebody who has given you like a congratulatory, camaraderie-based slap on the back...
Oh, it's damp.
No, you don't.
Yeah. it's chest and back to it. Like I remember like playing basketball, like when you're wearing a t-shirt in practice. I would never like pit out a shirt like a lot of kids would.
Okay.
I think that's something that like. I don't know if I got the testosterone for that. That seems like a guy with a fucking hairy back.
You don't run rich the way those kids do.
Or the kids, the handful of guys that sweat from their ass. Just that fucking pleasure trail of sweat down the back of their
stripe of sweat.
You are sweating through your ass. If you're making fucking modern day basketball shorts damp in the back, they're designed to wick moisture. Like, remember like Warren Sapp when he played for Tampa Bay, those hot games?
Yeah.
His fucking football pants would have a 3-inch wide all the way down to the crotch sweat stain. You know how fucking thick those are? They're not cotton.
Sweat soak through your tailbone pad.
Right?
That's impressive.
Like insane. Like,
yeah, I don't recycle clothes. It has to be a fucking emergency for me to recycle a piece of clothing.
Oh, no shit. I'm pants and shirts. I will fucking pants.
I'll take that back for pants. I'll wear yesterday's pants and not think about it at all.
Yeah.
Something about pants, that's acceptable.
Pants it's the only thing is like if you have a job where you're working, you know.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's like they get dirtier. But like fucking pants, I've lived the life of a coward. My pants are never seen. I haven't owned a pair of pants and seen an honest day's work in a long time.
Yeah.
I can't fit in those pants.
You're
anymore.
rocking pretty fraudulent trousers. Yeah. Outside of pants, I can't do like I wore this shirt today. At the end of the day, it'll go in the hamper.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh man. If I don't,
and what have I done today? Nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if I don't sweat up a shirt, it just goes right back on a hanger.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That was something put into my head by my mom. Like, we ain't washing all these fucking clothes. Like, what'd you do today? Is that shirt dirty? Put it back on the hanger.
I feel like that probably happened occasionally in my youth.
Yeah.
But like, for the most part, your clothes were always fucking dirty because you're doing fucking farm work every day.
Or a big thing was get home, take that school shirt off, put that on a hanger, and put on the garbage shirt if you're going to go outside and fucking
start
a dumpster on fire.
Yeah,
whatever we did in Southbrook.
You were always changing into your everyday clothes. That was the word.
You can ruin an article of clothing when you're 6. Just fucking fall off a bike full speed. Oh no. Yeah. Cry, realize there's no adults around to hear your pleas, and just get back up.
Dust off.
Ain't gonna get nothing out of this. We'll just keep going.
All this crying serves nobody.
Yeah, for you, there's no other kid around.
Right.
Fall off a 4-wheeler, hit your head on a stump. 20 years off your life looking around. Not another human for 3 miles in any direction.
Just a lonesome caw.
Yeah, there's one turkey vulture circling above you all. Your entire child, and there was a turkey vulture. Just waiting.
I would always slow down, but never stop. That turkey vulture was just waiting for me.
How many coyotes stalked you that you were unaware of?
Every day.
He sure lays down a lot.
On that fucking bicycle.
Yeah. You just get off your bike in a field laying down for a while. Building things out of grass. Boy, I was one of those kids. I could preoccupy myself with dumb shit. Sticks. Yeah. Trying to build a teepee out of sticks.
Yeah. Put them all in ascending order according to length. Yeah. Like do some real undiagnosed shit.
Yay. Tallest to shortest.
And then ride the bike back. Yeah.
Beep, beep. Who you honking for?
Ain't nobody out here.
Man, I wonder how often, if you would have just sat on the front steps of your house, could you see the road that you lived on?
No.
Okay. Let's say, anyhow, you're sitting in the driveway then, just staring at the road. How often did a car drive down that road you didn't know? Like you didn't know the
Never.
owner? That's so wild to think of. Yeah.
maybe twice, and they were Jehovah's Witnesses.
I bet it was startling when it happened.
Whose fucking car is it?
Mom!
Oh, God.
Mom! You bursted in, you're 14 years old. About 220. Crawling under her bed.
Stranger's car. Stranger's car. How did you get under there? This is a waterbed.
It's the census, Marlon. Get out from under there.
Oh, shit. Yeah, where you turned off the main road, it was like it was a little windabout to get back into where our place was. So you were away from the traffic for sure.
Your driveway, how many miles to get to the closest paved road? Bad or not so bad?
That's 16.
16 miles of gravel to get to the paved. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a goddamn pull.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even count you in the census. Well, I guess probably 20. They just asked a barmaid to come. How many people live down that road? 6. She's not even looking where they point. Probably 6 good people down there. Pat her on the head like she's a dog. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
I guess is 16 a lot? I guess I didn't really know.
Holy fuck, yeah, look at that. I don't know many. Yeah, there's. I guess we had it made. We had to.
That's why we're all so bad at basketball. None of us has ever seen concrete.
Yeah.
Like, we've never seen a hard surface.
That fucked up a lot of kids back.
Dribbling on fresh gravel.
Yeah, a jumper was 9.5 feet tall hoop. A layup was 11 because they just dig into the black tops. Ruin your socks. Oh, my mom would bitch about that.
I guess I never really thought that was a long way into the pavement. That's a poke, I guess.
That is a goddamn poke. Well, I think what we look out, there's a main road that goes to the port that's paved. So that divides the hills, and we got another highway. So it's, damn.
Yeah, our main road wasn't gravel, or it wasn't pavement. Our main road was gravel.
I'm trying to think. I wish I had someone that was more familiar. It's pretty hard to be more than 6 miles from a paved road where I grew up. Yeah,
from what little time I've spent out there with you, yeah. Yeah, you grew up in a place that is different than mine was.
Yeah, like now that I think about it, you get south of Bottom on the prairie, then they become far more spread out, you know? Like, yeah. Can you think of anyone that had it worse? Like, can you imagine a geographical location like a Buddy's farm that would have been more miles away from a paved road?
Yeah, man, keep going past our house, and there's tons of them.
No shit. Like, there's nothing there's not a paved road to the south or anything, or another.
Not one that's closer than it is than the north one. Like
what happens if you call 911? You get a recording.
You die.
Yeah. Just a woman talking very nicely and quietly on a loop.
We didn't have 911 until I was in high school.
Yeah, I remember when we got it too. That's when what was your address before? Rural Route?
Rural Route 2.
Yeah, we were Rural Route 1, Box 36.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. If you started in town, in my hometown, you started on pavement and then headed south past where our farm was, like how long till you saw pavement again? Dear boy, it's probably an hour. Pavement to pavement. You probably crossed the South Dakota border in there too, I'm sure.
And the more I think about it, if you head south out of my hometown, that's the prairie. It gets, yeah. God, yeah. I think about it, the east-west, there aren't many, yeah. Like, holy fuck. Or if you headed south from your house, I mean, you could drive 5 hours before you'd meet another 4-lane east-west highway. It'd have to be the interstate in South Dakota.
Yeah,
There's
whatever that interstate is.
They don't have a Highway 2 in South Dakota,
Right.
northern part of South Dakota. Holy fuck. Jesus, why do they let us live there? Like, why are people funding our post offices? They shouldn't exist. Why are they running power lines?
It's a weird place to be from.
Yeah, it is peculiar.
I never thought about it, but yes, it's a ways between pavements. No one skateboarded. No one.
Started a pogo stick.
Right. think one kid had a basketball hoop in their Quonset that had asphalt, or concrete, whatever.
No, my dad got his mitts on some like a fucking half a pickup box of asphalt, and we filled in the fucking crater we had developed playing over the years. So we had this fucking Jackson Pollock paved chunk.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like you could see what routes we took for layups because they had been dug down. That's still there now that I think about it. My dad mows that all the, someone's gonna buy that property sometime. What the fuck happened?
Why would they pour this here this way?
Is this volcanic? Is
this naturally occurring?
Yeah. Why would anyone do this way? Yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah. So we were, but I was, by the time that happened, I was kind of phasing out of basketball. So it didn't really help my prospects at all.
Yeah. You weren't all of a sudden getting a lot of meaningful minutes because you got some pavement out
all
home.
That pavement work paid off.
Yeah.
You can tell that boy's got pavement now. Look at that. His fucking 2-foot-long T-Rex arms, his blooming B-cup tits. That's a ball player, boys.
You mean to tell me you weren't an outstanding basketball player in high school?
I don't want to shock you, but no. You know, it was a funny thing that we all got into like later in high school, like maybe senior year in the summers, playing on like the 8.5-foot hoops. There's a full court at the grade school. We would get like real competitive basketball games because you could dunk.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I could dunk if there was no one near me and I had time to like load. I had to hulk myself up to
preload
dunk.
your jumps like a motorcyclist.
Yeah. But it was always felt fulfilling when it'd go down.
Oh, I'm sure. Even times I was in town, like, oh, you got to stay at grandma's for a while. Like, you would always go down to the tennis court and play basketball because, oh my God, you get to play basketball. You're not having to fucking spike the ball into the ground to dribble on grass.
So how old are you a kid when you're doing that?
Oh, 8 to 13.
As an 8-year-old, you can go there without worry of being like some old kids ruining your day.
Yeah.
The bullying was different.
Well, the older kids were doing something else. They weren't driving past the fucking tennis courts to harass me.
We had dirt kid bullies that that was their only victim, is they really had to pry the weak one from the herd.
Sure.
Because the other kids their age mocked and ridiculed them. And they would have to take their age out on an 8-year-old boy trying to do the Mikan drill.
No, I never got harassed by any of the older kids or anything like that when I was that young.
Yeah, that started into adolescence.
Stand out there and shoot hoops. Like most of the bullying came from other kids your age.
That's the exact opposite of mine. Yeah,
like you'd catch some shit. You'd catch a little ball busted. I remember being like in. You know, you're a freshman. The fucking seniors bust your balls, but no one's setting you on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some, and it got way better, but just even the age above me, they got it rough. I've talked about that, where I'd see friends of mine that pre-internet, you didn't see your buddies' faces unless you met them,
Yeah.
And I'd are you sick? But no, I just don't sleep because I'm so terrified of going to school because how mean they fuck. I remember my fucking one friend Scott be like, "Hey man, enjoy junior high because it gets so much worse next year."
Jesus.
Oh, that ain't good. There's some. Then I don't know. I don't even think the school didn't step in. They didn't give a fuck. Every one of those teachers had one foot out the door. God, that was looking back. It was such a joke. But I think just that senior class, just weren't a bunch of assholes. But they would remind us, this can all change.
Yeah.
Your life can be a living hell. It's only our grace. It's what's keeping you from fucking self-harming at night.
It was always pretty good-natured. Fucking when you were a freshman, maybe one of the seniors would throw you in a fucking camel clutch or something just for funsies. But You never feared going to school.
Yeah. It changed by the time I was. I mean, there were probably some kids that boy. It was not fun. They did not look forward to it.
Yeah, like when I think about who bullied me and busted my balls, it was all kids in my grade. It was all, especially in elementary school, because that's who you're spending time with.
Yeah.
You know, because you're split up by grade. You almost never see anybody in a different grade.
See, like for me, as
other than recess.
Yeah, little kid. The only time I ever had any worries, the playground and the school bus.
Oh, yeah.
You get like an old shitty kid on the school bus, just ruin every. God, our school buses were outrageous.
Just fucking Thunderdome.
Yeah, fucking some guy named Dwayne fucking palm strike my cousin Ryan in the head. His fucking head hit the bus window so goddamn hard. That grown man assaulting a child. And Ryan just shook it off. It's like, that just happens on here. It's like, I think of the fucking homeschool. There's something to be said about that.
We probably shaved some time off the end of this trip around the universe, but we'll worry about that later.
Those are never good years anyhow.
I, in my younger days, always had trouble fitting in on where to sit on the school bus, because like there were like the kids that would bring action figures and play on the school bus. I wasn't going to be one of them kids. And then there was like the older kids, didn't fit in with them. Like I spent most of my time on a school bus with headphones on.
Oh, really?
Staring out the window, listening to tapes.
Even
or
as a
CDs
little kid?
eventually. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. When I was real little, we lived in the trailer park, and by the time that bus would show up, it would be so full, I could either sometimes sit on the steps, which that's safe.
Yeah.
Right? But we were so close to town. It wasn't like I had fucking 10 miles to go, but sit on the steps. Like, sit on one of the only decent teenage girls' laps that weren't going to fucking German suplex you, you know? Like, you're so little. You're like, I need help. I am 5. Like, I remember, like, being that little, like,
please help
you
me.
look like one of my aunts. I did have an aunt that rode that bus. God, she was a beacon in a fucking stormy sea. Thank you, Aunt Lynette. I would sometimes sit by her feet like a dog. I knew no one would fuck with her because she was like a sophomore or something like that. Or there was one bus seat for this kid named Danny White. He was the only kid, and like everyone's like, you can't sit with Danny White. I don't know what else to. I can't read. I'm dumb. I am 5 years old, and I remember like thinking like, this kid isn't like gross or like, I wonder what like why he had that stigma. Again, talk about something that probably didn't like school. You know, like, people treat like we had a girl named Stephanie Germs. If you brushed up against her, you'd have Stephanie Germs, which you'd have to give to someone else.
Yep, we totally had those people. Yeah. It was Amy in our grade.
Amy Germs?
Or Matthew.
Depending
on who you were depending on who you wanted to make cry that day.
Like, just think that shit went through junior high. I remember my friend brushing his arm against the fucking wall that we were walking to the cafeteria. Attention, everyone. The wall has Stephanie Germs. So listen, don't touch that wall.
What the hell is wrong with children?
Yeah, the cruelest.
The absolute worst. And people have them by choice. I don't understand.
They should do it like fucking Brave New World. Kids are born in a laboratory. You just live in a facility till you're 18, where the government raises you, and then you're released into the world. You know?
Okay,
like,
sure. That sounds pretty good.
You're programmed to not be a shithead, be a productive member of society.
I like my world brushes up against a child's world so seldomly that like when it does, it's almost shocking.
Oh,
like,
that's wild.
I was out with a friend last night up at Brewhalla, just like having a couple beers. They're in town. A couple friends in town from the cities visiting. So have a couple beers, eat a little food, just catch up and bullshit. And like, we're just sitting there talking, 3 adults like you do, having a couple of drinks. And I don't know, 4 years old. I'm just holding my hand up off the ground.
4, yeah.
However old that tall of a kid is.
A little kid. That's 3 or 4. Yeah.
Just goes fucking scream running past behind me, and like I like came unglued for a second. It was like alarming. Like, what is that?
Is that a goblin? Is that a boy? Like, is that a human boy? And I was so, well, I mean, I only got one sibling, but I have a million aunts and uncles. There was always babies screaming in our house at various times. But it would be, there would be enough gaps. It's like, what the fuck is our baby in our house? It's like, oh, Aunt so-and-so is visiting, you know, or they wanted a night out. So mom's watching the babies.
Okay.
What I remember was this, like, a 3-year-old or something. So they're old enough to talk, you know them, but you realize they've never spent the night away from home. And then when that dawns on them, holy fuck, it just doesn't end. Just remember being a kid screaming in our house for fucking 3 hours straight. Like, ugh. My mom is just like, they have to fall asleep eventually. They have to tire out. Like, it's like, oh my God. Like, why are we the fucking test pilots? Like, fucking leave this kid in the woods for a couple nights. Like,
we never had that. Like, all my cousins are my age, you know? Like, exactly, or a year older or a year younger. Like, all my cousins are my age.
Oh, no shit.
Except and most of them lived far away. Yeah. So
I have cousin. I bet my mother's side of the family, I bet my oldest cousin's probably approaching 50, 54, 55. And I bet I still have a cousin in junior high. Think of that. That's a 40-year swath.
That's fucking wild.
And that's something.
Like, the house I grew up in, I bet the last baby in that house was me.
No shit.
No one brought a baby over to that
You ever
house.
change a diaper?
No. God, no. Why would I do that? Why would I volunteer for that?
Oh, that was... The early, when I was a little kid, it wasn't like you change your kid's diaper right now. Like, I got 7 other kids in this house. Okay, here we go. Like, I don't know how one should do this.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. Never once have I ever.
Never picked up a babysitting gig.
No, God, no.
No. Were you much for, like, getting side work on other people's farms and stuff to get a little walk around money when you were like 10, 11, 12?
No, because you were needed for your own work all the time.
Such a bummer.
Like, I worked like a fucking dog for no money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you roof over your head and food and all that, but like, no, like, I didn't have a job where I was earning someone else's money by doing someone else's work till I was 17.
Oh, okay. And how about, like, as a kid, maybe not so much a kid you don't even think of asking, but like when you got older, when you have a little more sense, could you be like, hey, I don't ask for much. Can I maybe get a video game or get a book or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I could get things when asked for a lot of times. Like, I never, like, went without much, you know? Like, there were reasonable asks and unreasonable ones, and you eventually just learned what that was.
That's a weird age to be at, where it's like, can I ask for? Because you're smart enough to know how money works. You know,
right.
When you're 5, it's like, can I have a train? Like, no, you can't. I don't know if anyone can. I want 2 trains.
But like early on, you're like, you know, in like 4-H, you're making stuff and selling it, or raising critters and selling them, you know, like, so you do have what is essentially your own money.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I remember some of the guys back home, you know, fucking, you know, had to work all the time, but eventually they'd maybe get a calf or something like that. Yeah. That was how they got paid.
Yeah.
Was they'd sell that calf, you know, like, which is probably kind of smart if you kind of think that kid might want to get into this, just to show you how it works, you know, like, now you're invested in this, so you can see how, you know, from birth on up, how it's going to work for you, you know,
like if I'm remembering right, which I'm not saying that I am, but if I'm remembering right, I feel like the first time I like raised a market animal for the fair, and then it sells, and then you get the money, I'm pretty sure I then was taken to go buy a heifer with that money. So now you have a cow, and every year you'll have a calf to sell. Like,
oh, no shit. Okay.
Like, if I'm remembering properly, it went something like that.
How many, you know, on average, you get a heifer, how many birth cycles are you going to get out of that heifer?
10 to
it is that
14 at the absolute tops, but you got a fucking broken down toothless cow by that point.
Yeah. Watching you fit a cow for dentures. You look so beautiful, Petunia.
Or I'm eating the oats and baby birding it into this fucking cow.
Kid's getting too close to that cow.
Open up, gotta go big strong.
Fucking chewing 45 pounds of oats a day. The teeth hurt. You're toothless.
Jaw's exhausted. I gotta lay down. Caring for this cow's gonna kill me.
How often is a cow gonna have calves? Or I mean,
a year.
twins. Pardon me.
Oh, rarely.
Like not as rare as humans, though, right? Like
I would say more rare than humans.
oh, is
yeah.
it really? Why in my head do I think, That's,
Like, I bet you had a set of twins once a year tops. Like one set.
okay. Oh, no shit.
I think it was pretty rare.
I love how much this podcast devolves into animal husbandry hour.
I knew as soon as we started going down a livestock path, like I could see the glimmer in your eye. Because I know how excited you get
Going
about
down a
this.
livestock path should be your first country album.
No, there is no like there is no bigger gap in like a subject that brings you joy that no doubt makes the listeners glaze the fuck over than this.
Yeah, or North Dakota geometry. There's a lot too much of that on this podcast.
Geography?
Did I say geometry?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have our own geometry rules here. There's something else we go into that I always think no one wants to hear this.
Most things, I think.
Or just like Fargo-based shit. It's like, why would I care?
Yeah, local references and shit. Yeah.
It's the thing I bellyache about comics doing, and yet we do it on our podcast.
Earlier this very podcast, you said the line South Dakota doesn't have a Highway 2.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows? There's North Dakotans that don't know what you're talking
I'm picturing
about.
some of the marker board. Just like there's a big question mark over South Dakota. Fascinating.
No Highway 2. Weird. Yeah, that's how we do it around here, I guess. Welcome to America's Barley Basket.
Well, we're going to go back to tried and true topics then.
Okay, what do you got?
Shitting.
Damn it. That's another one that I bet the listeners don't care for.
I took a trip to Costco just this afternoon, and I bought enough Scott toilet paper to fill up a fucking cargo van. I am ready for anything. And a roll of Scott will last. There's 17,000 slices in a roll of Scott. It defies science, that toilet paper, but I am so ready. Got a big old thing, 2 big things of paper towels. We're sopping up everything, spills and body mishaps.
Got a lot of spills going on in your house, or just haven't bought any in a while?
Oh, yes, I guess.
Okay.
2 big old I don't know if there's anything more America than fucking eating a $1 17-inch hot dog without one animal product in it.
That's a pretty fucking good hot dog.
Yeah.
I do like the Costco hot dog.
I think we've gotten into this before too, but I will stand on this. I want a hot dog made out of raccoon parts. All beef franks. Go fuck yourself. I'll eat a hamburger. All beef. Like, give me fucking the snips and snaps and the fucking puppy dog tails.
The snips and nips.
Yeah, just the shit you fucking literally sweep off the fucking cutting room floor.
I'm the opposite. As we often run across, I'm the fucking bougie of the pair. I want an all beef frank or a proper bratwurst, thank you. This fucking bright pink fucking meat amalgamation is not what I'm here for.
All about an Oscar Mayer basic B wiener.
Like, I'll eat it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not above it, but I would prefer a nice all beef frank, I guess.
Just you eating it with 2 hands. I mean, I guess this is, oh boy, I guess this is what we're doing now, but when in Rome.
The way I eat a hot dog, it's got so much shit on top of it that you could give me a bun with my preferred toppings, and I might not notice.
Just notice it's a little chewier.
That's a good hot dog. Marlon, that is a sauerkraut sandwich.
I think the phrase sauerkraut sandwich is used in Inglourious Bastards. If you ever want to eat another sauerkraut sandwich, God, that sounds awful.
Sauerkraut's so fucking good. I'll eat a jar of sauerkraut out of the jar.
Sauerkraut's,
over the sink.
that's one of those foods I need to try again because I hated it as a kid, but I'm sure I wasn't eating good sauerkraut.
That's also not a kid food.
Yeah.
You know, of course you didn't like it as a kid.
Yeah, and as a kid, you're just forced to eat things like at the threat of violence.
Right.
You fucking eat all that goddamn sauerkraut. Like, okay. Just an adult could scream at you and verbally force you to eat shit. Like, an elderly woman would be in our lunchroom and just, I'm talking about that kid that opened, paper milk carton, opened it so it's a tall fucking rectangle, scooped all of his mashed potatoes into the milk and then filled it with ketchup. And goddamn, Mrs. Marquardt made him eat that concoction.
Jesus.
He sat there and cried. That's sick, though. Half milk, a third milk, third ketchup, third mashed potato.
Yeah, good. Make that kid eat that.
But he never did that again.
No, probably not.
Jesus, she was a fucking no-limit soldier. I think she had scoliosis. She's all hunched over. She had this backpack full of sandwiches. She'd come by. It was peanut butter, egg salad. Who's fucking eating egg salad?
picking egg
Who are
salad?
the 6-year-old lunatics eating egg salad? I'll eat a peanut butter sandwich like a normal boy.
I'm 38. Don't care for an egg salad sandwich.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yep. And it's like, it seems like something I should like. It seems like a fat guy food. Same thing with potato salad. I can't fuck with potato salad.
I don't care for potato salad. Potatoes ain't supposed to be cold.
Nope. Thank you. Fucking scream it to the fucking heavens.
Macaroni salad I'm fine with, but only because I've come to it as I age.
Yeah.
Okay, macaroni salad, sure.
That's another one I just can't get myself to enjoy. Oh, yeah. That's why I look like a lunatic at a fucking picnic because I have 4 hot dogs on my plate.
No sides.
Maybe a pickle. If they got beans, I'll definitely fuck with beans. But yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's fucking big. I like generic Bush's baked beans. Fuck.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sign me up.
I'll eat a can. I think we've talked about before. I eat my fucking baked beans out of the can like a hobo.
Yeah,
I ain't eating them up.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Peel
yeah.
that top back because they got ring pop tops now.
Yeah.
They're not. You got to dig a can opener
meant
out.
for driving.
Yeah, straight down the hatch.
You eat enough, you get it down about 2/3, and you just shove 4 uncooked hot dogs in.
You get a little treat right away because you get that little bacon nub that they stuff in the top of everyone.
Always good when you were the kid that was lucky enough to catch that.
Yeah,
hey.
94% fat.
Yeah.
That's the worst piece of bacon you've ever seen.
That fucking baked beans, one of those foods. We did comedy last night at like a street fair, street dance type thing, and they had a really good, as all small towns do, someone's grilling up food. It's pretty tasty. They had some smoked baked beans. They were fine, but it was like, you know what? I think I'd rather have a big serving of Bush's baked beans.
Sure.
Some foods, the trash version is the best.
Yep, totally.
Said it a million times. I very rarely eat a macaroni and cheese at a restaurant that I enjoy more than Kraft macaroni and cheese. Oftentimes I dislike it. Like, this is fucking
It's
lame.
2 different things.
Yep.
You know?
That fucking caustic powder mixed. I love that shit.
That unnatural orange.
I mean, if I was to list my favorite foods, God, Kraft mac and cheese would be way too high on that list for a grown man. It's fucking good.
It's good. Ain't no arguing it.
Boy, yeah, I love trash. I mean, clearly, but like fucking the right Chef Boyardee products. Fuck me, that's a good fucking treat.
When it comes to those kind of things, like Chef Boyardee, SpaghettiOs, like canned pastas, as long as it doesn't have meat in it, I will eat 1,000 cans of it because there's something about the fake Chef Boyardee meat.
Oh,
that is
really?
so terrible.
Oh, no shit. Oh, no.
From the word go, from texture to taste to there's nothing I will eat so many things before I'll eat 1 can of SpaghettiOs with meatballs.
Yeah, see, I'm with you on SpaghettiOs. I think Chef Boyardee, it's a better product.
No, it's all the same fucking trash.
And I'm the lunatic that's buying spaghetti and meatballs. Just the OG Chef Boyardee spaghetti. I don't need raviolis. I don't need fucking SpaghettiOs. I want spaghetti and meatballs. What animal? What poor God forsaken animal that they pull out of the jungle.
That ain't an animal. That's sawdust.
Yes. Sawdust balls.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, I'll fuck. God, what other?
That's another food straight out of the can. I have never eaten a hot spaghetti-o in my life.
Is insanity.
No, it's not. That's a normal way to eat them.
I mean, that's like, but would you eat cold spaghetti leftovers out of the fridge?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's to me, it's very similar. I mean, I am not poo-pooing it at all.
Listen, I'm not claiming there's logic behind it.
Like, this is a son of a bitch. If I'm drunk and I'm fucking starving, I will eat 3 uncooked hot dogs right out of the fridge.
Oh, that I can't do.
You know, I've done that. Am I proud of myself when I wake up the next day? Am I my best self? Like, hey, this is cool. I'm covered in hot dog juice.
Oh.
I hope that's all that is.
I'm not. Never been one to eat a cold hot dog.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be hot food.
That's a raccoon fucking mentality there. Like, what won't make me sick? God, I've thought that before. Thought that through before. Too drunk to run a microwave. I think back to like being so drunk I can't lift my arms above my shoulders. You're giving yourself a stroke. You're so drunk.
Staring into a fridge asking what won't make me sick is a tough place to be in.
I mean, I don't want to eat butter, but it's not going to put me in the hospital. I've walked in. Not walked in. Like he was doing it in secret. I fucking walked into a living room, a dude eating a stick of butter like a fucking candy bar.
Jesus Christ.
He was fucking wasted. All over his face like a little kid.
I mean, it's not illegal, but it maybe ought to be.
Yeah, it's distasteful for sure. You liking that butter, bud? We're good.
Oh, God. Man. The dumps. The dumps.
I bet that leaves your body with the quickness, though. Holy moly. It's here for a good time, not for a long
4-hour turnaround. That stick of butter.
That dude shit the bed. Ain't no way around
Hair
that.
looked amazing for a week. Had a real shine to his coat.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I had a few Chardonnays Friday night, felt like shit. I was like, it's just hard to remember drinking. I used to drink twice that amount 5 nights a week. You know? Like, I would be in the ER right now. Like,
that's good. You're not supposed to keep drinking like you did in your 20s.
Just kind of wish I could if I wanted to, you know? Like, I wish
that.
my body wouldn't have forsaken me.
I wish it were my choice.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like, I wish it's like an athlete going out on their terms.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
I don't want to get carted off the field. You know?
I want to be able to retire when I want to.
Peek behind the curtain. We'll often enjoy a few Miller Lights during these.
It's a fine Pilsner. Says it right on the side. It doesn't claim to be great. It says a fine Pilsner.
When we first started this open mic 3 years ago, you asked me, or this podcast 3 years ago.
I would like to think it's better than an open mic.
You asked me, what kind of beer should we have? And I was like, should look for a fine Pilsner.
And I found one.
And you're like, wait a second. Wait a goddamn minute.
It says it right on the can.
Guys, look.
It's fine.
It's a fine Pilsner. But I usually have to leave and often drive a distance. You, if you want, can just sit here and continue drinking until the sun sets.
I don't think I ever have.
Oh, no shit.
Like, I'm not saying I have never drank alone in my apartment. I certainly have. But I have never, like, sat here and drank 4 with you while we're doing the podcast and just kept the train rolling.
No shit. I would have figured just by by pure odds it would have happened at some point. No, look at you.
Oh, Nathan's gone. I guess we drink water now or something. Like the beer drinking event is over.
Yeah.
So the beer drinking stops.
Yeah. Home from Rib Fest, I can't keep eating ribs.
Exactly.
You're a maniac. If you go to something like Rib Fest, get home and eat more ribs.
And throw a rack on your
Come
smoker.
home to a crock pot full of a big tabletop cooker with ribs in it. More ribs.
I missed out on Rib Fest this year and the past 5 years. I haven't been to Rib Fest in for fucking ever, now that I think about it.
2006.
Yeah, probably
17 years.
You're probably not that far off.
I'm always like the ribs are okay, but I'm there if there's a concert I want to see because it's $5.
Sure, yeah.
Warrant sounds a lot better when they're $5.
I bet the last time I was at Rib Fest was to see Warrant.
No shit. Yeah. I remember them being there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've seen Warrant. Probably 6 times.
I bet I've seen them because they came to fucking Rock in the Hills. I've seen them at least 3 times, I would say, with or without the OG lead
Jesse
singer.
Jane, yeah. And it's never been by accident. I love Warrant.
You've mentioned that before.
I will go see Warrant anytime they're in town.
I remember the last Pitiful Gasp of Rock in the Hills, which was a music festival in my hometown. The crowds were petering out, and it was and Warrant was there. Like, oh my God, this is depressing. Within the 90 minutes of their set time, I got drunk enough that I was loving it by the end. Like, yeah Uncle Tom's Cabin. Not even facing the stage.
I will stand in that crowd with a fist in the air and belt out every word to Sometimes She Cries while tears well up in my eyes. Fucking love Warrant.
God, I'm trying to think. Is there a band you can think of in your head you've seen more than any other?
Dude, it might be Warrant. If it's not Warrant, it's Clutch. I've seen Clutch a bunch of times.
I
Probably
remember you mentioned
at least 4.
Like there was no musician that you went nuts about in your 20s and followed them or anything like that?
No, nothing like that. I wasn't making enough money in my 20s.
Yeah, that's true too, yeah. Who are these people that have that kind of money? You didn't see Incubus 11 times in the summer of 2002.
And I've never really had any like big, well, maybe a couple like big once in a lifetime shows. Like I saw Ozzy.
Yeah.
And I saw the Gorillaz. But like, those might be the only 2 like enormous, they don't tour all that often, see them when you can kind of shows.
God, I haven't. I have a couple that are that way, but it's just because either the band is no longer a thing or they never tour. I saw Rage in '99.
Okay.
And then I saw Pantera.
Yeah.
Pantera just... But then they're technically back together now, but it's
a
great value
thing.
Pantera.
Yeah, it's Phil Anselmo and friends.
And what's the bass player's name? It's a nickname.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Skippy.
Yeah, something like that.
Skippy the bassist.
Yeah. Well, what I've been told, though, is Phil sounds good. Like, he's able to hit those notes again. Like, after a 15-year foray into trying to drink all the whiskey and do all the heroin.
Yeah.
He's back at the righteous path.
I've never seen him, but I liked Down.
Yep, me too.
Like, that was his other band.
Yep. He's had a handful of Super Joint Ritual. He's had a few different projects over the years.
Yeah. I've never seen Phil Anselmo live.
Yeah, I think Down's one of those projects that they don't get together to tour a whole lot. Like
that sounds right.
Maybe like a Perfect Circle type thing where everyone has other shit going on, you know? Like,
I don't know if they are even mildly together anymore at this point. I have no idea.
Speaking of bands of that ilk, I think Tool is coming back to the Twin Cities, and God,
I would like to go to see Tool.
16-year-old me would sure love to see Tool, but like, I look at their set lists. That's a lot of fucking. This 6-minute song will be 16 minutes because we're gonna fuck around and noodle and shit. Like, oh, man.
You go to say you were there, you know. Like, when I saw Ozzy, it was a fucking mess. That dude was a train wreck. Like, he fucking fucked his way through his entire set. It was terrible.
See, I know I saw him on an earlier tour. I think we've discussed that. But, like, when I saw him, he could barely walk. He could barely talk. But the motherfucker could sing.
Yeah.
Every other faculty was leaving him, but he could still hit the notes.
I saw him in, like, 2008, and it was just a mess. Like... it wasn't good, especially like Rob Zombie opened and fucking brought the house down, and then Ozzy stumbles out there and mush mouths his way through half a dozen songs. That's
funny. When I saw him in like 2002, Rob Zombie was opener then too, so they must have a good working relationship.
Yeah, they must like each other.
Yeah, I think they're both likable people.
Yeah,
like
from everything I understand.
You never hear a bad thing about, like, you hear bad, like, when the Ozzy was on fucking drugs and shit, throwing his wife through the fucking wall, but...
Robert Zombie seems like a nice man.
Mm-hmm. And as we've discussed before, a tiny little man.
Yep, very little.
I think he's the size of one of my legs. You're looking at my legs right now.
Dreadlocks off, he's 5'5".
Yeah,
Like,
and absolutely he is.
he gains a couple inches with the hair.
Yeah,
But
maybe that's what I should do.
dreadlocks?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, boy, it's long enough.
If you're not Rob Zombie, you can't be a white man with dreads.
You have to get grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, if I showed up with big, stinky, ruining your couch.
Oh, God. I would go get a bandana and insist you wrap it up.
This head of hair, you might need more than a band. That may be a garbage bag material.
I got several bandanas. I could daisy chain a couple together, wrap up your fucking mane.
I've been debating getting a haircut recently. It's like,
no shit.
I just don't.
Just a clean up but keep it long, or
get like a normal
haircut?
fucking reputable member of society haircut. I just don't know how it works.
You go ask.
But
them.
how do you comb your hair? Like, you have to choose how to comb your hair. Like,
yeah.
Like, can you ask them, how do I comb my hair? Like, tell me how to comb my hair.
Absolutely.
They'll do that for you?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like,
I usually get my hair cut by elderly men. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, you need to go to a proper haircutologist. Yeah. You have to go to a proper barber and be like, hey, man. And they'll even tell you, like, the look of your face, the size of your head, the shape of your glasses. Like, maybe you try one of these.
Everything's so misshapen. Nothing's symmetrical.
Like, they're professionals. They will answer your questions, Nathan. Like, the idea of I can't cut my hair because then how would I comb it is an insane thing to say.
I haven't combed my hair in 20 years. Isn't that weird to think? Like,
and you could probably love it. You could probably make somebody very happy.
That fucking shit's going on eBay. We're selling these to wig makers.
Who's gonna? Oh God!
Oh, that is a thing.
You're not gonna donate. You're gonna sell.
You gotta have really long, good hair, but you can sell it online, which is so amazing. There's like a fucking buy and trade hair website.
I'm sure. Yep. Wigs are big business, and it's got to come from somewhere.
I've locked so loved it a couple times. So
but now you need the money.
I'm familiar. I bet mine's got enough gray in it now that they wouldn't take it. This old thoroughbred's getting put down. Yeah. Or back then, actually, was when I was giving it to Locks Love, was when I truly needed it, like in my 20s. Like, what? Yeah. Like, I could get $200 for that? Like, give me a break.
That's like 4 plasma donations.
I'm running out of plasma.
I'm getting dizzy.
You ever been a plasma donator?
Nope, I can't do it.
Yeah, I have such bad veins. That's like, that is not worth the punishment.
I don't have the balls for it. I've come close. I have sat down and filled out the questionnaire and then stood up and left the lobby.
Oh, really?
Like, I can't do this. No fucking way.
I hadn't luckily I never had to go to the hospital much as a kid, so I didn't realize how bad my veins are. Like, they fucking miss and they miss and they miss and they miss. I look like a fucking junkie because my whole fucking forearm is black and blue on each side, you know? Like,
every time I've ever had to get blood drawn, it's a fight.
Is it really?
Blood out of me.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
To the point where I always say, just take it out of the back of my hand, because what happens literally every time I come here is you fiddle fuck around, stab me 18 times, and then go, well, I guess we'll take it out of the back of his hand.
Yep.
So let's skip that first part.
Yep.
But then they just see it as a challenge.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I can get it. No, you fucking can't take it out of my hand.
I one time had them, I don't even know what the procedure was getting done. It might have just been a checkup, and they struggled. And then finally, like, call in Lynn. I'm like, thankfully, get someone at Lynn comes in. Lynn is 4'9", 87-pound elderly Asian woman. And she comes, just walks over, looks, does a Tongan death grip into my bicep muscle. 75 veins popped up in my forearm. Like, it was excruciating. She had that blood out of my arm in 40 seconds. The fucking grip strength she had, it didn't make sense. It's like, what is happening right now? It's like, can you do that to my dick? Like, Jesus Christ. This is incredible. Like, I couldn't, like, she just did it, and like the phlebotomist just, okay, there's a million veins, I'll just zip them out. And then she released it. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, She didn't even didn't even have to think. She just immediately grabbed. It was like a 2-finger and thumb grip. Like
applied some fucking Street Fighter.
yeah,
move.
right.
Can you?
Yeah, like fucking.
To my dick?
I don't mean to. Like, I don't want this. This isn't even a sexual thing. It just would make it look pretty dope. It's pretty plain Jane, if I'm to be honest with you.
I want to jumpstart some nerves. I haven't felt anything in a while.
It could use better.
I got bicycle seat dick all the time.
My dick can stand to be more vascular.
Oh shit!
Like almost like a Dr. Spock type pinch, you know? Like
Vulcan.
How is this lady this size have this much grip strength? It was
a fucking trapezius squeeze on you.
Yeah, that'd be like a shitty 1970s AWA wrestler's finisher, the bicep pinch.
Oh, thank God we got to wrestling. Whew, I was worried we
wouldn't touch upon it.
Oh no, I brought up a camel clutch half an hour ago, so we got there.
We sure did.
We should have a bell.
Yeah.
Ring a bell every time we get a fucking wrestling reference worked in.
Oh my God! my life is something. I'm reaching middle age, man. I'm already thinking about the pork chops I bought at Costco. Like, oh boy,
Pork chops are delicious.
Divide them all up. I'll have all these pork chops in the freezer, ready to cook. Nom 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 nom.
Mm-hmm. How you doing a pork chop?
Oh, bro, nightmare. Divorced dad living in his car style.
Oh no!
I have a tabletop griddle. Same thing I cook
like
my bacon.
Foreman?
No, like the stands on 4 legs.
Oh, griddle. Okay.
Like, you don't know what the cooking surface is.
Oh, yeah, the one that you leave your bacon congeal on all day and then cook your chicken in it at night. Oh, God.
You got to eventually clear out some of that bacon or it becomes a fire hazard. Or it's good with that bacon grease. Oh, man,
Might I recommend right after you're done cooking the bacon?
You can't. You got to have that bacon grease. So that shit's gold, baby. It's like a cast iron pot. You can't just clean it. It defeats the purpose.
I mean, you can keep the bacon grease if you insist on it, but not just sitting there.
Oh, man.
Put it in a jar.
Man, we kept the stick of butter out in the sun.
That's always your go-to defense, and no, you didn't, or you shouldn't have.
Fats are different. They ain't nothing wrong with them fats. They're just out there. They're like you and I, man. They want to be out. They want to see things.
I don't want to be out. I want to be in where it's cool.
You're like plums. You want to be hidden. Bananas away from the sun.
Oh, man, it's almost plum season. It's almost stone fruit season, baby. I'm going to fuck up so many plums.
I had a white peach and a nectarine last week.
Nice. Yeah. Are they good? Are they hot right now?
I think I lucked out.
Okay.
It looked like a pretty ragtag group of misfits, but I really gave it the eye.
A real motley crew of stone fruits.
And the 2 I picked, I was like, oh boy, what are we getting ourselves into? But they were fine. God, I like nectarine, favorite fruit. We've went over that before, but goddamn white peach is.
I don't care for a white peach. I mean, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, give me a yellow peach any day.
I love them both. Like, but man, a nectarine is so goddamn good. Man.
I do love a nectarine. I'll put for me though, nectarine goes in a second place behind a proper peach.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Peach, nectarine, then plum.
Yep. Plum. One thing with plum, their batting average is bad.
It's all over the road.
God, a plum is hard. Isn't that a goddamn Seinfeld joke? I don't know if I've ever had a good plum. I think George mentions that.
No idea.
Just like, and it's completely like a non sequitur. It's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to do this. It's like, I don't think I've ever had a good plum. Which is a good joke.
Yeah,
it's like,
fun.
I don't know if I ever have either. Kind of plum. There's always an asterisk with a plum.
I've had great plums. I've also had trash-ass, hard as a rock, flavorless plums.
Mm-hmm. There are plums that are water flavored. It's like, Jesus, this is disappointing.
Bite into one that just crunch. You're like, damn it.
I think it's the most reliable fruit.
Banana.
God, yep, you're right.
A banana is always good unless you open it too green or too brown.
Yeah, a banana's window of goodness isn't open long, but you can see it. Oh, the banana's ready to eat.
There's zero guesswork in a banana.
You're right. You can get I was going to say an orange, but you can kind of get a limp dick orange every once in a while.
You can get a perfully flavorless fucking orange. Yeah.
You're right. You never get a flavorless banana.
Also, an orange, never worth the effort. Not once.
I disagree.
Have I ever fought through skinning a fucking orange and then at the end been like, oh, this was so worth it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man. I've I love an orange.
The best orange is okay.
Oh man, I agree to disagree on that one. I like a good orange. Like
Banana bats 1,000.
that was a thing we'd be given as kids to get us out of the house. Just go eat this outside. You're gonna make a mess. This grubby little fingers. Like, I don't know how you do it, but you bite. But you don't puncture the fruit. You just bite through the hide. That gives your fingernail somewhere to work, and then you start from that hole and you work your way out. Oh man.
No, I'd like get a spoon and get in on the top near the stem and create yourself a little starting divot, and then get your finger in there.
God damn. High society over here.
Jesus Christ, yes, that's me. Fucking Hollywood Marlin.
Got your little orange spoon that gets used for nothing else.
Nothing else, yep.
Mother, my orange spoon. You got your little curly cute hair. The Dutch boy. Bring me my orange top. I don't want my knickers to get dirty.
Like young Mr. Burns when we see young Burns.
Yeah. Your little beret tilted to one side. I'm tired of this orange. Yeah, 2 slices of it.
Yeah, it's never worth the work. Not ever.
I'm trying to think of a fruit that I'm just like, nope. A red delicious apple, I ain't got no time for that.
Oh, yeah, like apples, once you get into varieties, I can say no to plenty of apples. Yeah. I don't fucking like apricots unless they're dried. I like a dried apricot. I do not want a fresh apricot.
God, I can't even remember the last time I ate an apricot that wasn't dried. So I wish I had a hot. You know what I don't like? And maybe it's because I never had a good one growing up. Pears.
Whoa, really? I love pears.
Yeah. Oh man, or grapefruit or muskmelon? Fuck. Or cantaloupe.
I also don't care for grapefruit. Yeah.
I mean, cantaloupe I don't dislike like I dislike grapefruit.
Cantaloupe is fine, but I'm never excited for it.
Yep.
I want a honeydew. I'm a honeydew man.
Yeah. Cantaloupe and muskmelon are the filler of a fruit salad.
Totally.
They're fucking cheap as shit.
They're like peanuts in cheap trail mix.
Yeah. That is very true. Yeah. God, cantaloupe must be giveaway prices because they fill that shit up with cantaloupe.
Yeah, you would assume so. Yeah, every fruit cup, 80% cantaloupe. Yeah. You got to really fish for the fucking pineapple wedge.
3 grapes, 1 cherry. Like fucking all got the pineapple because you just give it a quick glance. A pineapple and a fucking muskmelon slice can look pretty similar, but boy, that pineapple's a treat. Like, hey,
I could take or leave a pineapple.
Oh,
it's
really?
fine.
Oh, I enjoy pineapple.
Fine. I don't crave it very often.
You're never out on your patio with a full one and a big fucking butcher knife chopping that shit up.
Nope.
I got buddies that's their fucking jam.
I don't think I've ever butchered a pineapple.
Nope. I don't think I know. I had friends like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like they sell it in the cans. Like what the fuck? What's wrong with you? This is the way to eat it. Like that's something for me. That's not worth the work.
Yeah.
Like dressing out a Cornish game hen just for some pineapple. Like the cleanup alone. Like.
Yeah, but I'll go through the work of butchering a coconut, and that's that's another one that's a lot of work for not a lot in there. But
the lack of shit in it's what's always is the non-starter for me. Like I wish they were just like dense with coconut, but that's like it's kind of hollow.
Oh,
in the
it's
middle.
mostly hollow.
Yeah, like what a weird plant. Like coconuts, that's weird.
How does this become palm tree?
Yeah, right. Is coconut a fruit?
Coconut's a nut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good call. Yeah. Like, what a they had to be fucking hungry to figure out there's food inside that thing. Had to be on accident. Like, be caving in a seagull's head with that thing. Like, wait, there's food in this.
Wait, what's this?
Can we eat it? And imagine living in a time wherever you discovered something new, the question was, can we eat it?
That's not too far from you looking into the fridge going, what won't make me sick? Like, you could draw a direct line between those two.
Both explorers in different ways. This is dirty. I had a buddy.
Oh boy,
he was like 19 or something like that. I didn't know him at that time, but he's like, I started drinking, later. So it was one of the first times I ever got fucking hammered, and my friends dropped me off at home. and I think it was like a holiday or something. Or
This is your buddy, not
Yep,
you.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. And he fucking got home wasted. His parents were in bed. His siblings were in bed. And his fucking little sister's birthday was the day after. And there was a cake. And I was fucking so drunk. I was like, I don't remember doing it. But fucking, I woke up to my mom screaming at me. It was like, what happened? Like, she's like he thought he was in trouble for being drunk or fucking being out late, you know? Like, and he's kind of like, I was like being almost like indignant, like, I'm 19, I'm just home from college. And then I saw my little sister crying. And fucking, I was like, did I miss her birthday? It's like, no, I ate half of her fucking birthday cake.
Ooh,
God
boy.
damn it. He's like, I felt like, it's like, that's the kind of thing that a good man quits drinking after.
That's pretty low.
He had another 15 years in him.
Yeah. That's either his rock bottom or that little girl's villain origin story. One or the other. Or both, maybe.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing some kids that won't bug them, other kids. I can imagine a 7-year-old being real bummed about something like that.
Yeah.
God, I don't even, at that age, the cake was not important to me at all. That was the presents.
Sure.
Or just causing chaos with your friends.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I think it was all important as a kid. Yeah.
Like. Cake never did it. Like, yeah, it's like, well, like, you know what's, I'm fucking wrong. When I was like little kindergarten age, my aunt worked at the bakery and she knew someone there. She'd make me cakes with fucking like He-Man on a jet ski, like, happy birthday, Nathan, you're pretty dope. Like, what? My mom is like, oh, good for her. knows a guy at the bakery. That's awesome. Aunt Bev's the coolest. Or one time my birthday cake was Skeletor riding a note that said happy birthday, Nathan. That's insanity. Yeah.
I like the idea of your mom being a little salty about it.
There are oftentimes with that aunt, my mom is salty. She's the one that got me like 6 different He-Man guys for Christmas. And my mom's like, pump the brakes on these He-Man guys.
God
like,
damn it, you can't be outdoing the parents on
like,
Christmas.
We got him a fucking
notebook.
like sorry board game and socks and underwear. I'm busy sucking leech to my forehead. Like, this is the best day ever.
Leech is a He-Man guy, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
He had a suction cup mouth and a pump and a pressure knob on the back, so you could stick them to a flat surface, which is giving yourself hickeys on your forehead.
That sounds like something a blossoming young boy doesn't need. Is a suction-based action figure to take into his bedroom.
My thoughts were pure at that age.
Oh, okay, thank God.
I was pretty little.
You weren't 13.
No, I bet I was 6, like that little, like. Yeah, I remember getting this is the best Christmas ever. Like, remember the Christmases weren't quite as dope after that, so I'm guessing my Aunt Bev got a talking to, or she met a guy.
God damn it, you get him one book from now on.
She had better things to do than fucking spoil her fucking her nieces and nephews.
Yeah, out there living.
I remember when that came like in my head. It's like, wait a second, Aunt Bev has a life? And like,
she's not just around or on call all the time?
So we're not going to just get treats all the time? I love treats. I'm a boy who enjoys treats.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
What boy? Show me a non-treat loving boy.
Speaking of fancy boys who enjoy treats, dig it in your fridge. I noticed some already chopped up strawberries. So I was under the assumption you had a meeting with a nice young lady tonight. You're preparing some decadent treats to feed your lover, but apparently that's just how you roll.
That's what I just heard from my kitchen when you first got here and grabbed a beer. Ooh, sliced strawberries. Do you have a date? What?
I'm picturing you. I don't know. It doesn't make sense from what I know of this apartment. I'm picturing you have a giant tub with jets that you and her are going to sit and feed each other strawberries and fucking, I don't know, escargot or whatever. Snails and strawberries together at last.
Nah, man, You can just buy strawberries. They don't have to be a special occasion. They'll sell them to anybody.
You know, I do purchase strawberries occasionally. I'm a berry boy.
This is about to be, I feel like, a very stark difference between you and I.
I'm in the fridge. I'm going for something. Oh, fuck, strawberries. Thumb that lid open, pop it open, get that
plastic clamshell.
Get that clamshell open. I pick out the victim. I grab it by the fucking tail, put it in my mouth.
The leaf.
Bite it off at the leaf, fling that leaf into the trash, and go on about my day.
Okay.
It ain't touching the water. That fucking.
You ain't washing these strawberries?
Nope. It's good.
Okay.
What I've discovered, I shop at Walmart far too much. Good God. I'll buy a thing of blackberries, I'll pop it open, a third are already covered in mold. But I don't consider that a defeat. I ain't taking that fucking L. I'll just fling out the rotten ones and just pick through.
Yeah, if I open up a can of blackberries and there's some fuzzy boys, that whole
like,
goes in the trash.
I have been told that by multiple people, but I'm like, well, what about the good ones?
No, there are no good ones.
Occasionally I bite into one that's like biting into a poison sack. It's like, well, that was too soft. That was pure rotten liquid. Oh man, but a good one though. God damn, a good blackberry is true.
I love blackberries. To me, blackberry's king of the berry. It goes blackberry, blueberry, strawberry, raspberry.
I think what it's going to take is for me to get sick from eating an
I hope
unwashed.
that's soon, so you start eating fruit properly.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is. It's like just holding a strawberry and washing it. That's fucking dumb. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? I will eat
Oh my God.
fucking shit off the branch. I just ate a handful of June berries 2 weeks ago, right off the branch. But that was at a level an elk could piss on it. I could be eating piss June berries out of sight, out of mind. A disgruntled migrant worker might have pissed on those strawberries. Whatever. You know what? He had a rough day. I don't give a fuck. Like I will take that risk.
No, like when I buy strawberries, like I did, I bought 2 clamshells, and they sat in my fridge for a couple days because I just didn't get to them.
You were a berry boy. You're not always a berry boy.
I like berries, and they were on sale. So, sure, why not? But yeah, then you put the 2 clamshells in the sink, and you run water over them, and you take a paring knife, and you take all the tops off, and you put those in a different container, and now you have a container of ready-to-eat, already topped, already washed strawberries.
They weren't divided down the middle? You just
No, I just took the caps off.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like, I just took a quick glimpse. I thought they were all chopped up and ready for fucking the angel food cake party you're going to have with this nice young lady.
No, I didn't like slice them up. If I were going to make angel food cake or something, then sure, I would.
I thought they were like ready to eat out of your navel size.
Boy, it's unfortunate, but even some of them big ones you could probably eat out of my navel. That's... Ooh, boy.
The pear.
Do a body shot off me, you're not driving home.
Holy fuck. There's 4 ounces of Admiral Nelson spiced rum in his belly button. Someone drink this, it's starting to burn. Why don't they to walk into a bar and see?
You topless laying on the bar with a belly button full of hooch.
Hooray! I don't care if it's a chick or a dude. It's starting to sting. Just get up. Never. Someone's fucking drinking this. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I always prep my fruit. I don't know if that makes me bougie or not, but yeah, I took the time earlier this morning, like, I'm not doing anything. Let me clean and top these strawberries real quick.
Trying to think back who the president was the last time I did a body shot off somebody. It is G-Dubs version 1.0. It was definitely
Herbert Walker.
Oh, no, I meant first term George Bush Jr.
Oh, W1.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. W chapter 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof, talk about something you get sick from.
I don't know that I've ever done a body shot.
That would have just, I remember that being like a college house party thing. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't going to house
let me near your
parties.
belly button. You don't know where I've been.
Why would you let me do this to you?
I'm not comfortable with it. Oh, this is fucking Jose Cuervo terrific. I'm going to puke in a fucking taxi tonight.
Boy, the amount of times I've said, why would you let me do this to you? Pretty alarming.
It's cash is king. In the parking lot of a Love's truck stop. You should get we'll see a counselor or something.
You want to put that McChicken where? Oh, shit.
Whew. Oh, man. My tummy hurts. I'm thinking about berries or something.
Yeah, I would way rather have a blackberry or a blueberry, but strawberry will do just fine.
Yeah, me too.
Raspberry, yeah, fucking take or leave.
Well, I like them all, though. I'm a berry boy. I don't care who says it.
Fuck what you heard. I'm a berry boy.
Yeah, what people we talked about on these streets.
What's the smoke on the streets? That I don't like berries? Fuck that
Watch
shit.
this. Fucking beer. It's got so much goddamn mold it looks like it's in ZZ Top. I don't give a fuck. Down the hatch. All this shit's going to make me puke.
And sometimes you get a bad berry basket and they're all fucking fuzzed up like, God damn it.
I have tried to wipe it off with a thumb. That just doesn't work.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But it's just a little bit of fuzz. It's
How
like,
aren't you sick
yeah,
all the
I
time?
think that's why.
Of course
I
you
think
do.
I am challenging my
The
body.
mistakes I make
Yeah.
are helping. Jesus.
My body is always my stomach is always fighting an eternal bets, internal and eternal.
It's like Mr. Burns. You have all of the diseases, so none of them can hurt you. Like,
They're all fighting each other.
yeah, they're all stuck in the door like the Stooges.
Yeah. So there we go. Fucking picture of health.
I made 2 Simpsons references this week. I'm pretty proud of myself.
You remember when this used to be a Simpsons podcast?
I do, and will be again someday.
Well, before we know it.
September-ish.
Why not?
It's almost the end of July, which means it's almost August, which means it's damn near September.
Yeah. Then
We'll talk about
you'll be
Simpsons again.
then everyone's favorite season 34.
Yeah.
People been clamoring.
It was apparently a good one. I remember like seeing Twitter talk positively about The
Oh,
Simpsons as like season 34 was on.
Huh.
So
Good for them.
yeah.
Look at us. We'll get to watch good Simpsons.
Yeah.
Not great, but good.
And I'll get to be like, as you hear this now, I get to be in the cities this week. I'm going to go down to
Ooh.
Minneapolis for several days and hang out.
Go pet the stingrays at Underwater World.
They have stingrays.
You can touch them.
I don't want to touch a stingray.
It's fun to touch a stingray. They're chill. I'm sure they're de-stung or whatever the term would be. Like, they can let them kill a kid. I remember I'm like, why would anyone want to do that? And then I did it. I'm like, kind of cool. See
They
what it
feel
feels
like a
like.
wet inner tube, I imagine.
Yeah. Not slimy at all. But that's almost everything. Every animal you think is slimy isn't.
Yeah.
Like a snake is never slimy.
True.
Kind of dry almost. Yeah. Like, what do you think? I haven't touched a salamander since I was like 4. I don't know.
No interest.
I bet that's a slick boy. Or a frog?
No, fuck that.
I'm still traumatized by that frog that sunned me in my own home.
Is that bullfrog still like patrolling the neighborhood?
Yeah, it's like pushing me around. Like, the noises I would make if a big bullfrog started hopping after me. It wouldn't be cool. I would walk faster than I wanted to. Like, God, that's turn around and punt that thing. God, a big
Leave me
frog
alone.
is. If a fucking 7-inch in diameter big toad fell in your lap, would you handle it gracefully?
No.
Like, fuck.
God, no.
If it jumped from your stomach onto like your cheek,
No.
I would scream and
Yeah.
wail like a child and thrash.
You would watch me be the least manly you've ever seen a man.
Okay.
Just a shriek and a push off of your face.
Yeah. Oh, fucking sick though.
Ugh.
God damn
No
it.
thanks.
Why do we let frogs have all the power? Maybe that. By the end of the summer, we have to confront the biggest frog in our neighborhood.
No,
You
like, I
down
don't
by
want to
the
do
creek.
that. I'm just gonna not do that.
You know, stay away from my home.
Enough is enough.
That man's threatening a frog. He's crying.
There's a Ninja Turtle villain that's a frog. You don't want
Oh,
frogs.
really?
They're bad guys.
What was that thing called?
Genghis Frog.
Ah, you're right. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that thing. Ew. So we're fighting an eternal fight against frogs. You're going to be in the cities.
Yep, I'm going to tell some jokes, hang out with you. We'll have to go get wings probably at least once.
Yeah. Hopefully just once. It'll just become a problem. I could see it happen more than once.
Yeah, me too.
God, it's definitely happened more than once. I found another good wing place.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Let's hit all the wing joints.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat a big fucking donut on the way there, and let's face it, on the way back.
Yeah.
At the Clearwater exit, get a donut the size of my steering wheel.
The Scotcheroo order's been put in with my mother, so she's
good.
prepared.
Good.
So that when it becomes, my mom is a wintertime Scotcheroo person, so
Maybe I'll find some Scotchy boys on the way to the cities. And,
put it on top of your giant donut, cry while you eat it.
that would be an alarming thing to see on the road. The guy next to you is eating a Scotcheroo on top of a giant donut.
Tear-stained cheeks. I wish I didn't have to do this.
Love hurts.
It's so good though.
Yeah.
Phew.
That'll be fun. I'll see you next week, or like now as the audience hears this. So
We might have some exciting guests coming up.
yeah, we're gonna do some hotel podcasting. That'll be fun. Hopefully rope in a few of our pals from Minneapolis.
All of us wearing the complimentary robes.
It's my hotel room, and I bet there's only one robe.
God damn it.
So
Tell them you keep soiling your robes so they'll bring you more. What a thing to have to call
on
the
the phone, you're not going to believe this, but I'm going to need another
I
robe.
keep doing it.
This is the last one we're sending up there, just so we're clear.
More than fair. More than fair.
And
Thank you.
send more toilet paper. Yeah, we assume that's already on the. It's already on the cart.
I mean, you had 3 rolls. It's been 2 nights, but I guess that's not enough. Holy man, you're partied if you're fucking burning through toilet paper rolls.
3
plural.
rolls in 2 days. That's a fucking party.
Yeah.
Oof, you gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah. I forget my underwear. I just wrap myself like a wasp's nest.
Make a homemade TP diaper.
If I did that on a comedy show, the way I sweat, that thing would slide off like a wasp. It'd be solid. It would be so
Like
fucking
paper mache.
Yeah, that's the right word. There we go. Yeah.
Just like plaster cast.
Yeah. Well, with that image,
Oh, yes. Everyone enjoy that. Take that into the rest of your week. And we'll see you next time.
bye everyone.